Where do Kerala Blasters go from here?
I cannot say.
Welcome to We Watch Football News with me, Coach Technique. And what we're going to start with is Northeast United yesterday lost to Hyderabad 4-2. Any team that won this game was able to get into the top 4. So this is how the Indian Super League looks. Mumbai up top, 22 points, 80k with 20. Hyderabad snuck into the top 4 position with their win yesterday over Northeast United with 15 points. You can 2 ticks that they really turned their season around. And it's possible for any team. This is only halfway through the season. There's still lots of points to get. I'm not sure if Kerala Blasters or East Bengal are able to get anywhere near the 4th spot. But, you know, if you win every game, you just never know. The ISL's been very busy this week with the sacking of BFC's coach, Charles. Now, what I find funny here is there's a statement by the club. It says, Bangalore FC and head coach have mutually decided to part ways. After a deep deliberation with the management, we feel the club needs to head in a new direction. One where the ethos and philosophy of Bangalore FC begins to reflect again. So, for me, that is not mutual. That is like the opposite of mutual. Basically, you work in a job, they're telling you you've not done the job properly, they're happy with your service, but in the end of the day, they don't think that you're doing the job well enough. So, like, that's not mutual. What a statement should have said, if they were mutual, was the project with this particular manager has been completed. We are very happy with how it's gone. The club has replaced Charles with a gentleman called Musa. Musa has been with the club for 4 seasons and are confident he will get the team to play the kind of football that we have based our success on. Meanwhile, our search for a replacement has already begun, and we will bring someone who we believe can further the philosophy and style of the club. Our ambitions challenging for titles while developing young talent. Now, that's all well and good from Bangalore to say they want to bring young talent. Fact of the matter is, ISL is a growing league, and with the growing league, there's investments. It's all good saying you want to get young talent. I want to get young talent in if I was BFC as well. But you just have to understand, like I said, the gulf between ISL and the best leagues in the world is still a big difference. A good coach. But if another team comes and players that are out of this world, so good that they can win them titles, which the ISL teams are in a situation where you can try to improve it, but the natural progression and improvement that one can make, I think it's something that Bangalore's management and owners need to realize, that although I think that getting rid of this manager is probably the correct thing, the statement that they made afterwards was, we will not put any money into the club. Kinda. It didn't say nothing. The statement didn't say anything about investing into the club, as in bringing players in. They thought of bringing youth players, which means 2 things. They have these secret amazing youngsters that they think will come and do very well in the club. Don't really want to invest a lot of money into new players. There is other reasons, but they're the main 2 reasons that I can see. ISL clubs like Bangalore have to be careful though, because you bought into a league, or you're in a league that one team can buy very good players, and all your gains in, all your natural holistic gains in trying to make young players great, building a team full of young players who will compete for the league, the dream becomes much harder. Going for youngsters is a great thing, but people just have to understand that it's very, very hard to build 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 youngsters in a squad of 20, 22 that can compete. You're in the Asian Champions League now. Isn't it better to invest and get there and then build your brand and stuff like that? I'm not sure. I don't own these clubs, but I'm just telling you, if you're going down the youth route, you definitely have to get good coaches. Your coaches, you have to spend a lot of money on good coaches. It is all good and easy to say you're going to make the next Messi, Ronaldo. It could be a hard couple of years for BFC if they're going to take this route, in my opinion. Next thing we have is Kibu's post-match press conference about the game. He's going to get grilled. What I want to know is, are you Kibu in or are you Kibu out? Do the board of Kerala Blasters have the patience? Does the fans have the patience for Kerala Blasters to go maybe 3 seasons without making top 4?
The first one is from ANI. Can you define what happened today? You seem to have taken it aback.
To say sorry to all the supporters of Kerala Blasters, because tonight we didn't play a good match. We committed too many mistakes, and this is not the team that we want to see. Sorry for that.
So basically, what Kibu said is that he's very sorry. When you're very sorry, it's your fault. You know, you don't say sorry if it's not your fault. That's all I'm going to say in this situation. I want to be as honest as possible. It's not a lot of coaches are honest to say that, and that's really good for him to say, although it puts him in a funny position. Jose Mourinho don't really say it's his fault, you know, and sometimes what happens is when you say it's your fault to your players or sorry, right, you could lose a dressing room. That's all I'm saying. It is possible. They're like, oh yeah, it's not my fault, it's your fault. Even though you're saying sorry in front of the cameras and blaming other people behind it, it's a very, very dangerous move that not a lot of people do.
Like this, coach, how do you approach the players as a coach? Do you show them what's wrong tactically, or it's all about motivation and handling the mental aspect?
Everything, because tactically we commit mistakes, and also mentally the team is going to be hard because of the result. But the good thing is that we have a game on Sunday, and we have to react. We are Kerala Blasters.
Talk to how is he going to manage the players, and he's literally said everything, which is he's struggling with the translation and stuff. But when you're in that position, I want to see something more. You can't just say, there's a next game. There's a next game. This is a time for you to put pressure. Like, sometimes this is how it works. I don't really see him that upset. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be really upset, but sometimes these players need a little push. And by saying there's a next game, kind of saying, we have a strategy we're going to implement. The strategy is going well, in my opinion. We don't really need to change much, and it will work. Just trust me. And I believe that majority of the fans will trust him. And you can thank God there's no relegation. I'm not a big fan of the way he answers, but I guess it's neutral, and it's something you're going to get from a lot of coaches.
Our objective is to get the 3 points against Jamshedpur on Sunday.
Coach, poor defending is costing your team precious point. Why do you think is a team leaking goals?
I don't understand the question.
Poor defending is costing your team precious point.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think your team lacking goals, coach?
Well, our team is a flow, we get chances, and that if we concede 4 goals, it's almost impossible to get points. No? It's just that we concede 4 goals, and they have some other chances to score, but I mean...
So he's not answering the question. The guy's like, where's the weakness in defense? And he's like, well, if you concede 4 goals, you can't win a game. Now, I'm a big fan. I know you guys speak English, and I have no idea how to speak Spanish. But whatever language this guy speaks, Spanish, I guess. So I think they should interview him in Spanish, because maybe... But he's still ducking the question. He's still ducking the question. I'm not a big fan of his answers. He said that he'll analyze the match. If Blasters management are seeing this, just that you know that I'm free to analyze your matches. So yeah, just hit me up and I'll do it.
Coach, we didn't see much from Blasters going forward, except from at the start and at the end. You said there was something you were working on during training. Why do you think this is not working for you during games?
What is not working?